Hey guys, it's Magaz here, and we are doing another unboxing. Today we're going to be taking a, you know what I'm going to show you. You've read the title, you've clicked on it because of the title, or the super cool clickbait thumbnail maybe, I don't know, I don't care. But either way, the Novritsch SSP18, the Novi block. So this is the total hype train pistol of the minute, and I'm making a quick unboxing video here to jump on that hype train with the YouTube views. So if you want to see a full review video of this pistol, a shooting test, some gameplay of it, go ahead and hit that subscribe button because I am working on a pretty extensive review of it and I think you'll enjoy it. So go ahead, hit that subscribe button. Go on, I'll sit here and wait. If you go ahead and there we go. See? It wasn't that hard, was it? It made you hard though, didn't it? Anyway, this is the SSP18, which is part of the Novritsch line of gas blowback pistols, which is, it's kind of a Marmite sort of thing. Some people really dig the Novritsch line. Some people absolutely hate it. This is my first experience with an actual Novritsch gun, and I'm going to be as unbiased as I can, as I am with all my reviews. Obviously, this is just an unboxing. We're just going to do an overview of this, of everything you need to know when it arrives. And yeah, so without fanning about anymore, let's break this open and get into it. First thing I'm going to say is when this arrived, this box was open like this, and the gun inside was slightly wet. I can only assume it's lube, and the guns arrive well lubed, and or it was having super happy fun time on its own in the mail coming over. Yeah, so what I will say is the latches on this plastic case, it does come in a plastic case, by the way. Check that out. It's a hard case. It's not the best hard case. I mean, the hard case for my Zoom microphone is probably better, but you know, this, for a standard box that comes with a pistol, being a plastic hard case is pretty cool. Because a lot of pistols, most pistols, like all the ICS pistols I have, I'm not digging on them or anything, but they come in a cardboard box, and if you take it to a game in that cardboard box 4 or 5 times, it's going to get dinged up and knackered. But this is pretty robust. So the only issue I had with the box was these just pop up and really easily. There's like barely anything keeping them closed. I reckon maybe if you roughed these bits up a little bit so the actual sliders have got something to grip onto. Yeah, I'm cock teasing you enough with this, aren't I, before I open this thing up. So let's open the box up and see what you get in there. So this is how it arrives. You get the Glock or the SSP18 and a fill valve sort of tool, valve key. There's no magazine actually in here. The magazine comes separately in its own little box. So this is the SSP18. There is, I don't know if you can see it on there, actually a picture of the magazine on the box. It's super dark. It's that dark on dark sort of thing. But it does tell you what it is on the back. So depending on which magazine you clicked when you buy it, 'cause it comes with a green gas or a CO2 magazine, you'll get it just chucked in there. So I'm assuming these are all just packed up, ready to go. And then when they're actually doing the logistics side of it, they're like, cool, it's bought a single pistol, a single one of these magazines. They just pull one off one shelf, pull one off the other, throw it in your parcel and throw it in the truck, and it's on its way to you. Which I guess is good, because some people might buy like 6 magazines with it or whatever, and you just makes it a lot easier. Anyway, so we'll start with the elephant in the room. It comes in a plastic bag inside. When I first pulled this out, all the slide was really, really wet with what I can only assume was gun lube, which is probably a good thing because it means it's nice and lubricated for those super happy fun times we're going to get up to on the field. And yeah, so there we go. In the box, you get the Novritsch SSP18, a valve key, a little bit of spare plastic for the box, that's cool, and the manual. So manual, again, super basic. Just tells you that this is the SSP18 and don't be a dick. And then there's some pictures of our man Novritsch, Chris, on the back there. And yeah, standard, basic sort of things. There we go. Cool. You don't need to see that. We'll put it back. The magazine is a valve tool. The magazine just comes in the cardboard box. No magic protection or anything, just a magazine. Like I said, I'm not going to go into all the details on this particular video. We'll briefly go over the features and build of the gun, and then we'll leave the rest for the full review. So this is just a bit of a cock tease for you. So, legend has it that this started off life as, I believe, a KJ Works KP18 or whatever they call it, and it has had a lot of custom work done to it. Custom slide, custom frame, custom trigger, custom outer barrel. To be honest, I'm not entirely sure what is a standard KJ Works part on this. But what I will say is I've never had my hands on a KJ Works Glock pistol, and this is probably, out of the box, the most solid Glock pistol I've had my hands on. I used to run the KSC and KWA Glock series for about, from about 2005 till 15. So about 10 years as my main pistols. Started off with Glock 17, then it went to Glock 26, another Glock 17, Glock 18, Glock 23, Glock 19. I've run all of them, and the thing I noticed about them is the slide, it rattles a lot and it's super loose. The slide on this, it does move slightly, but it's very solid on those rails. Very few, hang on, let's get the microphone over here. Very few rattling noises. Normally when you shake a pistol like that, you can hear some kind of metal rattling against some kind of metal. And what that is in most Glocks is the free floating barrel. This has a fixed barrel in there, so you'll notice it doesn't drop down. The outer barrel and inner barrel are actually they're connected to the frame or something. I've not had a look inside yet, so I don't know a lot, which is why this isn't going to be a full review. This is just an overview. I don't have all the information just yet. But what I do know is polymer frame, standard Glock size mag release. It is a little bit bigger. I've had some issues in the past with extended Glock magazines, well, magazine releases, sorry, where I've put it in the holster and it's immediately just sent the magazine into space, which is not what you want. But I haven't tested this yet, so I can't confirm that that will happen or not happen. But that's what the review that is coming up is for. So go ahead, hit that subscribe button, and you can see when the review goes live. This sort of Death Star wall stippling is pretty cool. It's on both sides, the back strap and front strap. The bottom says Novritsch. There are obviously no Glock trademarks anywhere on this because it's not a Glock, it's an SSP18. The SSP18 trades are here with the serial number. More stippling up here. 20mm rail for all your super fancy, super happy fun time accessories. Fire selector is up here. It's a lot nicer than the KWA one. Oh, I went off on a side tangent there about Glocks, didn't I? I've owned KWA Glocks and KSC Glocks. I've handled and fired AWE, which I didn't rate at all, and WE, which are pretty good on top, but they do rattle quite a lot. Tokyo Marui are the gold standard of Glocks, really, and they rattled more than this, didn't feel quite as solid as this. Like I said, never handled a KJ Works, but maybe one day I will. Fire selector up here, up for semi, down for super happy fun time. A lot easier to switch than the KWA ones on the Glock 18 and Glock 23 and Glock 26C. I've got one of them as well. Yeah, very nice. It is a hexagonal design. I'm not too keen on the aesthetics of that, but I mean, fire selector, who cares, right? Trigger is a flat trigger. Really nice trigger. Not too bad reset there either. Let's bring the microphone in for that. You ready? Oh, we just did a Grand Thumb ghost in that trigger. I bet you're moist now, aren't you? Anyway, back to that. The trigger is quite nice. It's very flat. It isn't curved like the standard Glock trigger. there is a bit of movement there before you can actually pull it. So basically what it is that's the wall. Click. And then the reset is, oh, you got to pocket first, dickhead. There, so not too bad. Nice trigger, feels alright. Again, as standard Glock triggers have the 2-stage safety, so if you're not actually activating that, it won't fire. There is no other safety device on this. Some Glocks have that little safety device under here. This does not, which I like because I don't like that. The sights, super basic rear sight. There is literally nothing special about it at all. It is just a rear sight. There aren't even any dots on the back to make it easier to see. It's just black sight. Not too keen on that, but I believe there are plates coming to put a doctor sight or RMR sight or whatever you want on there, a little red dot, which is probably something I'll do because I run one of my pistols with a red dot sight, and every time I go to my other pistols, I'm like, red dots are kind of the way to go. The front sight though is Space Age green fiber optic. It's quite nice, quite bright, does the job. The barrel has this rotating fluted design, which aids with weight reduction and adding that extra bling to it. I'm not a big fan of this kind of design, but you know, you don't see it for most of the time anyway, apart from through these cutouts on the slide. I'm not a fan of cutouts on slides either. I like nice smooth slides, but that does lighten the weight of the slide and may aid with speeding up that slide reciprocation. But who knows? I don't know. Do you? Probably not. So who cares? I'd like to see it without these, but that's just my personal taste. The barrel sticks out quite a ways and has a thread protector on there which hides your standard 14mm counterclockwise super sexy thread right there. So no need for any thread adapters. You can just throw your tracer unit, your sound hog, your bloody PET bottle adapter on there and make whatever you want. There we go. You could even add a barrel extension on there if you wanted and be a bit weird, but I won't. I'm going to put a tracer unit on it. 20mm rail is really nice. Because the front of the trigger guard is nice and flat and it doesn't curve out. When I did test it with a flashlight, it went super far back, which I really like because I hate it when they sit like here or whatever. And then you've got a bit of the rail up. It looks really nice. Fits all the way to the rear, locks in nice and tightly. Super happy with that. That's basically all I'm going to go over on this particular gun. You have to wait for the full review. This is just a cock tease, so put that to one side. Here's a magazine. It's your standard Tokyo Marui compatible magazine as far as I'm aware. Not KWA compatible, which is a shame because I've got literally 20 or so KWA mags for all my different pistols, 50 rounders and shit like that, which would have been ideal to put into this, but not compatible. They are compatible with TM, WE, AWE, KJ Works obviously, and the other ones that I can't remember the names of. So if it's compatible with TM, it should fit, which does mean the TAP HPA conversion kit with the M4 mag should fit, and those crazy like drum mags, they should fit as well. So maybe that's something I'll look into in the not too distant future. Magazine is full metal, plastic base plate. You do not need to move the base plate to inject gas into the magazine. The gas valve is visible through this little orifice in there. There's the gun's bum hole basically. Phillips are plastic. Magazine feeder is also plastic, I believe. There we go. Good times. Valve tool, which is great because most guns don't come with a valve tool, but this comes with one for this side and one for this side. That's a really cool, nice touch that I really appreciate because there's nothing worse than when it's... In fact, I don't appreciate this because I wanted to change a valve on a different pistol and I fucking bought one and it was terrible. And now this has arrived and now I've got... In fact, now I've got 3 of them because I bought one and one didn't turn up when I needed it. And I'm like, where the hell is this? And then I bought a second one and that arrived before the first one. And then the first one arrived sometime after. So that one's never actually been used. And now I've got 3 of the bloody thing. This one's pretty cool though. Anyway, there we go. So that is the SSP18 Glock 18C pistol. There we go. It's not actually Glock 18C, is it? Because the barrel's not compensated. It's not vented. It's Glock 18. So anybody who calls it a Glock 18C in a review, tell them to eat a bag of dick, because it's not. Anyway, so The review is coming soon. I've said it enough in this video. I'm going to leave the video here. If you have any questions about the SSP18, I'll leave them down below, and I will aim to answer them either in the comments or in the upcoming review, which I'm pretty sure you're already sick of me mentioning. That is all. I'm Magaz, and remember kids, the air may be... I'm going to stop poking this gun now. The air may be soft, but our balls are hard. Also, I met Novritsch once. I got a high five. Check this out.
Heat free high fives. There you go.